Hey guys, welcome back to the Alan Wake walkthrough on Hard, episode 1, part 6. So, where we left off, so we just picked up the coffee thermos and now I'm going to examine this little switch here, which turns the power on. But we need to get the generator going first before it can work. And it's fairly straightforward. Just head past this old John Deere tractor. No, it's not a John Deere tractor. I kind of wish it was. And yeah, you'll run into a few taken, 3 or so. And when you get into risky battles, it really is all about sprinting and dodging at the right times, and that's the key to survival. Also, when, as you may know, when you're boosting too much, you have to put in a battery. And these guys get really close. Yeah, so always insert the battery as soon as it says it, because you need your light. And boom, and always reload by tapping X as quickly as possible to reload fast. So yeah, finish that guy off and then head towards the generator. Or maybe I just go into this little hut first, actually. There's a manuscript page here. When attacked by birds. So yeah, that just sort of raises the question on the birds of the night that attack Wake. In my opinion, they're the most annoying things to fight in the game, even though they're not really that hard. I don't know, they just kind of freak me out, but it's all good. So yeah, I don't think there's much left in here. Well. There's a badass shotgun. Oh yeah, now we're rolling. So yeah, there's also some wellies on the floor which Wake chooses not to pick up, even though he's running around through the muddy desert. Let's hope he hasn't got his suede shoes on. And yeah, just to turn on the generator, press A obviously, within the green bar, no sweat. And yeah, that lets us use the power again and makes a little safe haven for us as well, which is wonderful for healing. Oh yeah. So yeah, head towards the safe haven. And let's get this show on the road. Alright, so now you use this and just sort of move the logs in between the other two logs so you can cross. So basically what you're doing here is creating a path. And once they're set, I put them towards the end, not the middle for some reason. It's really no preference. I don't really know why I'm telling you to do that, but yeah, I mean it works. So if you want a guarantee result, listen to what I say. Or not. It's completely up to you. See, I like when I get into high places, let's call it the Eagle's Nest. And yeah, I tend to have a look around just in case I see anything else knocking about that catches my eye. So once you're up here, you can see a safe haven here. Now, what I should have done is head to the right of this, to where you saw them broken stairs. Or maybe I do actually. Yeah. So right, go to the safe haven, quickly checkpoint. But where the broken stairs are, there are actually the Pyramid of Cans. And I recommend you shoot that because I actually missed it, but I did go back and get it. So I cut it out and just sort of crop that in, which isn't a problem. But yeah, I recommend you go back to the broken stairs we saw before. And on there is a can of pyramids, which should be your second so far. Also in here there's a radio, which is our second of radio, which is cool. Yeah, don't do what I've done here. I mean, I've left my flare gun sort of on. You should just always keep the revolver on because you really want to keep your flare gun for really tight battle situations. Let me pick up another one here, little manuscript page. Yeah, so keep the flare gun for really tight situations, just to so you know you're going to be safe because they're one hit, one kill. So it really is helpful. And I think I've done it a few times where I've used it by accident and sort of wasted it really. But yeah, did I go get that hidden chest? I didn't see. Maybe I'll go back for it. Or maybe I already got it. So yeah, there's a coffee thermos there, which is cool. And now you can hear Stucky going off on one. Paul makes the best dogs. The famous dog is Bo Best. The amount of times I've actually heard that, it really grows on me every time. I think it's one of my favourite phrases so far in the game. Now, don't do what I did before. No, I actually died at this point. I went and turned on the generator, and as I was doing it, they spawned and killed me. And as you can see there, I used a flare by accident. So I'd recommend you just take them out without using the flare. Try and save it. And you pick up the revolver ammo and the batteries, and then set up the safe haven. Cool. So from here on, things are getting darker, and I don't like it. There's too much wind going on for me, and when there's loads of wind going on, I don't know, things get crazy. You know it's going to be a constant array of battles, one after the other, so you've got to be prepared. So if you've been following my guide, you should be on 20 batteries and around 40 bullets, maybe less. I'm sure if you've got over 30 it's fine. Because it's not like Resident Evil where you kind of conserve your ammunition because you don't know when you're going to get any again. You kind of get it quite frequently in this, so it's not too bad, even hard. It's not like they let you off. And I was actually looking at the damage chart between the difficulties. It's quite funny. Like the damage of the revolver is 2 on hard, so it takes 3 bullets. On normal mode, I think it takes 2 bullets, and etc. etc. Obviously, is different for different taken, but for these simple ones, it's literally just 3 bullets. So yeah, lightly use the boost to lock on, like I did, and then just finish them off. Come in here, you'll see another manuscript page. It's quite far out in the dark, but I think it's on the path, so it's not too bad. This just talks about the TV in the gas station where Alan sees himself talking like a madman. This is the future, Alan. This is the manuscript writer, Alan. Oh yeah, he's a madman. So yeah, that's all good.
I could see myself on the screen talking like a madman.
It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Also, around here there is another coffee thermos. It's hidden quite far out in the dark on the rocks, so you will be attacked. Yeah, so if you come up to these barrels, you'll see a large rock, and follow it round until you kind of get to the edge of the cliff, and you'll notice to my right there is a coffee thermos just before I get attacked. Now these guys spawn pretty damn close to me, so I just wasn't in any position, so I had to use the flare just to get out of this situation, just to avoid dying and restarting again. And yeah, so be wary of that. That's why, guys, I was saying try and conserve the flares. I mean, it's not too bad using up the revolver ammo because they come pretty easily, but the flares are pretty important, and same with the flashbangs later in the game. You don't want to use them too lightly. Flashbangs are probably my favourite. They're epic. Which is cool. So yeah, head up here till you get to yes, another safe haven, and I'll speak to you guys in part 7. See you soon.